Hello everyone, myself Shivakumar P P, Department of Political Science. Today I am going to clarify the concept of meaning, nature and significance of Constitution. Every Constitution has its own significance. The word Constitution is derived from the word constitute, which means to compose, to establish or to form. We can say that Constitution is a set of rules and regulations for the country as well as to the people. It relates to the organization and functioning of a group or an association. The Constitution is a set of rules whereby the entire political system of the state is carried on. So, we can say that Constitution is a set of rules and regulations. It is very important for the people as well as to the country. The Constitution means it is a fundamental law. It determines organization of the government, organization of the state, powers of government, and it explains the relationship between the government and the people. So, Constitution is an essential part of our country. The word Constitution, as I have mentioned earlier, in the Constitution we can see preamble, and it is written Constitution. In India, we have written Constitution. It contains 394 articles, 22 parts and 12 schedules in the beginning. Later on, it is increased 25 parts and 15 schedules. Yes, let us see the definitions given by the different people regarding the constitutions. According to A.V. Dicey, Constitution is a body of rules which directly or indirectly affect the distribution and exercise of the sovereign power of the state. It is nothing but it is a body of rules and regulations. This is the definition given by A.V. Dicey. So, Constitution is nothing but a law and principles which is essential for the development of the country. The second definition given by Lord Bryce. A constitution is the aggregate of laws and customs under which the life of the state goes on. For the smooth functioning and good administration of the country, constitution is very essential. This is the definitions given by Lord Bryce. Till now, we have concentrated on meaning and definitions. So, we can say that it is nothing but a systematic law and principles. Let us see the nature of constitution. Many a time we feel what type of constitution is ours. Before knowing the significance of the constitution, it is better to understand the nature of the constitution. The nature of the constitution is the basic laws and principles of the form of the government in a state are collectively called constitution. Nature of the constitution determines the political system of the state. The constitution provides the basis of functioning of a government. It is not static, but it is dynamic. The constitution may be evolved or it may be framed by an elected body. The constitution determines the nature of relationship between the citizens and their state. The constitution determines the nature of the relationship between the citizens and their state. So, in the nature, the constitution itself says that it is not static, but it is dynamic. Through the amendment, the words which are mentioned in the constitution may change when it is needed to the country. So, it is a basic law which is essential for an individual. As I told in the earlier, it explains the relationship between the governed and the people, government and the state. It explains the relationship between the state and the people. So, constitution is very essential to people as well as to the country. Let us see the significance of the constitution. The first point, it explains to limit the powers of the government. As we know that the president or it may be prime minister, they work for the government. How they work, what they work, for what purpose they are working is very important. But why they are not doing so? Because the constitution limits their power, what to do and what to not do. So we can say that president or prime minister, chief minister or governor or all ministers, they act according to the constitution. They can't act according to their own will and wish. So constitution is very significant to the rulers too. Second point, to protect the fundamental rights of the people. As we are the citizen of India, Part 3rd of the Indian Constitution deals with fundamental rights, Article 12 to 35. We have 6 fundamental rights at present. Earlier, we had 7 fundamental rights, but after 44th Amendment of the Constitution, right to property was deleted from the fundamental right and it became legal right only after 300 and A article. So now we can say that we are enjoying certain rights. This is for our well-being and we have to abide some duties too to give respect to the country. Third point, better relationship between government and the governed. This is important. How the people act, what type of election we have, what type of government we have, how we choose the representatives. These are all is mentioned in the constitution. So we can say that it is very significant to the people as well as to the government. The fourth point, it explains mirror of the state and its objective. If a person, if he observes or if he reads the constitution, definitely he will understand what type of country it is and what type of future they have, what type of government they have, how many political parties are working in the country. Everything is clearly mentioned in the constitution. So we can say that it is a mirror of the state and its objective. The last and final one, it is to bring order within the state. In case of emergency or in case of administration, every citizen has to concentrate on their activities. To bring order within the state, both president, prime minister and other ministers and other head of the governments, they have to concentrate on the country. So this is the fifth one, that is to bring order within the state, is the final and ultimate significance of the constitution. Thus, children, in today's class, we learnt about meaning, nature and significance of the constitution. It shows that every country like India, USA, France, Japan, we do have some constitution which is essential for the country. The word constitution itself says that to establish, to form or compose. The Constitution of India came into existence on November 26, 1949 and it came into effect from January 26, 1950. So every day, every year, January 26, we celebrate Republic Day. Thus, today's class we learned about these concepts. Thank you. Thank you one and all.